Tonight's book is No Bath Tonight by Jane Yolen. No bath tonight. On Monday, Jeremy made a fortress in the sand. It had 3 towers and a moat. It had a pointed stick and seaweed flag. It was a dragon. It had a dragon trying to get in and 2 knights trying to get out. It had a king. Jeremy stepped on the king and made his foot hurt. So this must be Jeremy. And this is all the stuff that he'd done. My foot hurts too much, said Jeremy to his mother at bedtime. No bath tonight. On Tuesday, Jeremy picked berries. He found 153 blueberries. He ate 97 of them. He found 13 old raspberries. They made great ink squashed. Uh-oh. He wrote his name on his palm. Then he sat down on a pricker bush. I hurt there, said Jeremy to his father at bedtime. No bath tonight. On Wednesday, Jeremy slid into first base. Your uncle used to play first base. He slid into second base. He slid into third base. He fell over home plate and he hurt his nose. My doze hurts, said Jeremy to the sitter at bedtime. No bath tonight. He couldn't talk right. On Thursday it rained and Jeremy got out his paints. He painted 5 dinosaurs ganged up on a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex, one in the last picture. Jeremy painted his toes and 1 knee and half of an elbow. He picked up the easel and put it away. It snapped shut, pinching his hand. I think Jeremy's accident prone. My hand hurts, said Jeremy to his father at bedtime. No bath tonight. On Friday, I bet Jeremy's starting to stink. What do you think? On Friday, Jeremy helped to mow the lawn. He followed behind the mower and he picked up the grass clippings. He threw them in the air. They fell in his hair and they got down his shirt. He mashed the grass between his toes. Then he stepped on a bee. My bee sting still hurts, said Jeremy to his mother at bedtime. No bath tonight. On Saturday, Jeremy made his own breakfast of peanut butter and marshmallow fluff. He made his own lunch of peanut butter and honey. He made his own dinner of peanut butter and ketchup. Ugh, gross. Maybe peanut butter and bologna I would eat. He buttered his fingers and the knife slipped and made a little hole in his finger. He cut himself. Now, my finger hurts, said Jeremy to the sitter at bedtime. No bath tonight. On Sunday afternoon, Jeremy's grandmother came for a visit. Jeremy loved her. She was magic. She drank lots of tea and brewed from the tea leaves of a special pot and made up stories. She listened to his week's adventures, the fortress, the ball game, the berries, and all the rest, and she told him some of her own. And then she told Jeremy to watch. As he watched, she turned the teacup over. The last drop of tea ran into the saucer. Only the leaves were left in the cup. Let's look in the teacup, said Jeremy's grandmother, and read the tea leaves. I can read printing, said Jeremy, but I can't read leaves. The leaves make a picture, said grandmother, and that's what I read. I can read pictures, said Jeremy. There are very special pictures. Oh, she said, these are very special pictures, said Jeremy's grandmother. You can read the future in them. I don't know. Grandma sounds crazy. She looked carefully in the cup. The leaves say I'm taking a trip tomorrow. You're going home, said Jeremy. That's right. It says so right here. Where? Said Jeremy. He could not read it. It takes a little while to learn, said Jeremy's grandma. I'd like to learn to read the tea leaves, said Jeremy. I'll teach you, said his grandmother, but first I'll teach you how to read kids' leaves. Kids' leaves don't just tell the future, they tell the past as well. Well, she's going to trick them. Kids don't have leaves. Oh, yes, they do, said grandmother. But first, we have to make some kids' tea. They went upstairs. She ran water into the tub. Where's the tea? Asked Jeremy as the tub filled with water. Grandmother dunked Jeremy in the first, and she jumped him in feet first. The water began to change color. Kid tea, said Grandma, made from kids' leaves. She scrubbed between his toes. I see from your leaves that you made a fortress in the sand. Jeremy smiled. He put his hands and knees in the water. Grandmother scrubbed. The water got darker. I see from your leaves that you did some painting, said Jeremy's grandmother. Jeremy smiled again. He sat down in the tub. The water was gray. I see from your leaves that you picked berries, said Jeremy's grandma. Jeremy giggled and he washed his face. And I see you slid into home plate. I fell, said Jeremy. Grandmother looked carefully at Jeremy. She looked carefully at the water. That's all I can see from your tea. You forgot the bee sting. So I did. And there it is, she said, dipping her hand in the water. She totally tricked them. But enough of your past, Jeremy. Let's see into your future. She pulled out the plug of the drain of the bathtub. Jeremy sat in his bathtub until all of the last of the water swirled down the hole. She looked at the dark ring around the tub. He could not see the future written there. What do you see, grandmother? Asked Jeremy. What do you see? I see, his grandmother's face was serious. I see very clean clothes. I see a walk in the park. I see ice cream soda. I see a long, long story at bedtime. And she stopped. And what, grandmother? Jeremy's grandmother smiled. And no bath tonight. Because he'd already had one. What a nice grandma. I bought this at a garage sale yesterday because I thought this would be such a great book for me to read for you, Ellie. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it.